Okay, all right, let's talk about some SRK knives. So originally I wanted to just try one out, and I was gonna get the standard, black handle. And then I looked at a couple different places, and I saw that, oh, was it Knife Center? Yeah, Knife Center had different colored handles. And originally I didn't know about anything except the standard size one, which is this size. And then I saw that they had a compact version. And I thought, well, that's a hard choice because they both look pretty good once I started looking at videos. And then when I saw that they had, you know, OD, I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for OD. So I was like, okay, well, I got to get an OD version. And then I saw that they had this really cool looking FDE. And I couldn't choose. So obviously, as you see, I just got all of them. But here's the thing, guys, $34 and I believe $43. So I got 4 knives for something like $150 before tax. I think it was like $160 after tax and shipping. So I really can't complain. 4 knives for $160. I mean, that's just crazy. And once I got them, I really kind of determined that the compact version was going to make a really great EDC knife. So I like carrying fixed blades. I do so more in jacket weather, depending on where I go. Some places don't like it, and because it's private property, you're kind of at the mercy of what they allow. So, even though I keep a arguably larger bladed knife on me all the time, this is concealed. Or, I mean, you could see it in the pocket, but it's it's a folding knife, so kind of gets a pass. Whereas a fixed blade, honestly, even this little tiny, this itty bitty little Pendleton Mini Hunter will get some looks. Why? Just because it's a fixed blade, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. People are the way they are. So I do like to carry fixed blades. I carry this one. I don't really care, but I feel like I can get away with this a little bit more. And it's not that I care what the average person thinks. I just don't want to be asked to leave because some twit was uncomfortable and complained to management or something, right? If I'm somewhere where like I need to do some shopping, I just don't want to get hassled. So I tend to be mindful of the fact that I am on private property. So if I'm out in public or something, I really don't care. I'll wear open carry, knives, guns, whatever I want. But, you have to kind of live by other people's rules when you're on their property. So this, however, I think is a really great kind of size for a fixed blade, kind of an everyday carry. This is a little bit on the big side, but it is a great outdoors knife. So it comes with a sheath, and this is the compact version, but you can see it kind of comes like this. And all I did, for one thing, is on these compact ones, I'll do it again to this one, but just to show you, I just slimmed it up by taking the hardware down just a notch. See? And what it does is it takes it off of this lip, and so it's kind of hard to see, but this plastic part here goes under this lip, and now it's a lot more slim rather than sticking out here, right? So that's what I did. Sometimes I also like to carry more in the front, in which case I'll just give it an angle, and that's all I did. And all it does is when it hangs, it just hangs at an angle. In this case, so this is how it would look because it hangs in front of me. And just to give you an idea, kind of hangs like this. So instead of being flat against your body, it's kind of angled forward towards the front of my body. Now, you math majors out there will notice there's only 3 sheaths. That's because I took one of these full-size ones. I took off this belt loop part, and I ulti-clipped this to my search and rescue vest. So this one actually lives on my search and rescue vest. All right, so that leaves me with this one and these two compact versions. Now, these two I'm going to be, again, open carrying. Now that it's a little bit colder, I can put a little light jacket on over it when I go somewhere, where maybe they may not be so friendly to knives because they're weird like that. Even in the South, believe it or not, there are anti-gun, anti-knife people, unfortunately. But so I'll give you a little bit of a close-up here. It's not really that kind of video where I go over like super crazy specs and all that, but just so you can get a close-up view. And there's different grinds depending on where you buy them. This one, it's hard to say, but it feels like a hollow grind, which I think is the current version, but it's not a very accentuated hollow grind. I mean, it's a very slight hollow grind. So usually hollow grind you kind of worry about the knife holding up, but this is not like an extreme hollow grind like on some other knives. I think Schrade had a bad reputation at some point, at least, of doing their hollow grinds way too shallow, and then the edge would have problems. But this one seems to be a very slight hollow grind. And then the handle, of course, this is the OD one. And then the FDE handle. So one thing I like is because I wear a lot of natural colors, so I actually wear, let's bring it back, because I like wearing these two colors actually. It kind of helps blend the knife into what I'm wearing. So even if I'm not wearing a jacket, now I would probably have to paint this, but usually I wear brown pants and like some kind of a green shirt. So actually, if I had a brown sheath with this, right, it would actually match my outfit. So, and it would actually match it right down the middle, because the shirt comes usually behind it. Usually when I'm carrying it, I don't keep this strapped. I just kind of strap it behind it like that. But so the shirt comes in behind it and rests about here, and it's green. So you end up with really a very well camouflaged knife. We have a brown sheath against brown pants, and then a green handle against green shirt. So that'll help for sure, kind of keep people from giving it too many looks. Maybe they won't even notice it because they're just in passing. This black part is behind the shirt, so it doesn't really matter. But I think this compact version, the SRK-C, this one still has a little bit of oil on it. That's fine. I think it's just such a great balance. This one is definitely a little bit more front heavy. Not bad, but just a little bit front heavy. But this one is just such a nice feel in the hand. I think they really hit it out of the park with this compact version. It's a great EDC knife. It's not heavy, right? Definitely not heavy, so I don't have any problem carrying this, all day long. I do, it's not perfect, but I do kind of like these, other than I wish this was removable, where you could add it or take it off as you wish. But this is comfortable, and it has enough slack in it that when you're sitting down, instead of digging into your body or whatever, it just kind of moves. So you can just kind of like move the knife out of the way when you're sitting down in a car or something. So it's comfortable to wear all day. I don't know that I would carry this unless I had like a reason to. Maybe I don't know, maybe you want to make a statement or something. But just for like normal, just everyday stuff, man, I think these compacts are just a really great knife for that. And the price, I mean, you can't go wrong. Again, somewhere between, let's say, $30 and $40 for the compact, and then maybe $40 and $50 for that's US dollars, of course, for the full size one. But you can afford to get multiple, and that's exactly what I did. This one just lives on my search and rescue, and then I have kind of these three to play with for other things. So definitely recommend it, especially if you're only gonna choose one and you're not doing a lot of outdoor stuff. I think this is still a great knife to have, just in general. And then if you're actually using your knife, for anything hardcore, maybe even not just outdoors, but it's like you're actually fighting with it. I don't know, maybe you want something bigger, but just for carrying a fixed blade around that's unobtrusive, I think this compact is a definite winner. Okay, so I just thought I would actually show you what I mean when I talk about the blending in of colors. So obviously this is not brown, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one brown and then one OD, because I do have OD Vertex Delta 2.1s in OD. So I kind of want to mix and match. So I almost always wear some kind of like natural color again. So check this out. So imagine this is brown, that would blend into the pants, and then look at how well it matches with the shirt. So you could actually walk by people, and some people at least would maybe not even notice it or really understand what they looked at if they're just glancing. And so you could have a decent size. I mean, this is a 5-inch blade, and you could have a good size knife on your hip, as long as you match the color to your pants, whatever pants you wear. If you wear jeans, I don't know, painted denim color or whatever. And you could just kind of mix and match and be, a little more incognito, where people maybe hassle you a little bit less. And you can do that, of course, with the bigger one as well, because they're the same color. But I think this is the choice for EDC. So there you go. I will show you what it looks like when it's completed, so you get a better idea of what I mean. But there's a little tip for you. Mix and match your EDC gear just to not stand out as much if that's what you're trying to do. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Bye.